Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. It's just a lovely day. It's always lovely. People, we have to talk about a few things here. We're getting some, kind of interesting news. We heard from BlackRock, and they have put out a pretty stark warning. BlackRock, an investment firm with $10 trillion dollars under management. We'll talk about that in a moment here. We also got some economic news. Of course, not so damn good. Imagine my surprise there. But let's start off with the markets here. So as I am doing this video blog, stock trading didn't start for about 40 minutes. Stock futures are lower, not by much, lower nonetheless. But let's reflect on a few other things. We got a 10-year yield which came up. We have a dollar which is flat. So right there tells us, at least for now, that the setup for the market is not bad. And they're going to keep propping it up. You all know that. Let's see what happens today. Going to be interesting. Now, crude oil continues its march higher. WTI is about $105 a barrel. And it's going much higher. Strategic reserve release notwithstanding, it's all bullshit. You're being lied to yet again. Imagine my shock there. Okay, let's look at gold and silver. Gold and silver right now are catching a bid. So is cryptocurrencies. Okay, I think so far we're on track. This is all the stuff that you and I believe, would expect in this environment of vastly expanding debt. Now, with that whole thing set up, like I said, market set up not bad today, despite futures being lower. Now, let's turn our attention to, let's talk about BlackRock. So we get a warning today from this multinational investment firm known as BlackRock. And they are, I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing, but I am laughing. They are warning yet again that we are about to see much higher prices and shortages. Oh my, really? Look, obviously, there's a couple of things going on here. A major fear campaign on much higher prices and shortages. I mean, this is everywhere. And then I think it's more of a threat too. I mean, this is going to happen. We are going to see much higher prices and I believe shortages as well. I mean, the writing is on the wall. We already understand that these sanctions against Russia here, they're not working. That's number one. Number two is they are fueling the environment of much higher prices and shortages moving forward. But as our president said, our illustrious, very nice president, this is the price that American people should be paying. Look, this is a proxy war. The United States is clearly already at war with Russia. We are supporting this war. We're financing this war. We're giving them weapons. So, welcome to reality if you don't already know that yes, the United States and Russia are at war. And this is going to go on for a very long time. They will prolong this. They will suck you and me dry. They're going to continue to just throw cash at this crisis and every other freaking crisis coming down the pike. Oh yeah, there's this new variant of COVID here. It's more contagious now. So yeah, you know where that's going. More cash thrown at that. I already explained to you. They have $1 trillion left in the budget to throw at COVID. Already $3.5 trillion thrown at it. They got another trillion to go, and they will spend it. And of course, they're going to try to sell you more vaccines. A major investment by these big pharma corporations here, and they will not be left holding the bag. You will. And that's just the way that's going to go too. So anyway, let's see what else is going on here. So we heard a bit of good news today, I guess. So the U.S. trade deficit in February dropped 0.1% off of an all-time high. I'm laughing. I shouldn't laugh at this stuff, but it's just too stupid. And you're gonna look a 0.1% drop. This is gonna be played up as like the second coming by the mainstream media, and it's a joke here. I don't believe any of the data, and I don't think you do either. It's just too obvious what's going on here. Now, this is something else I want you to pay attention to with regard to trade deficits. So crude oil imports. Yes, we still import a hell of a lot of crude. From February 2021 until today, import prices of crude oil, are you ready? Sit down for this, are higher by 64.7%. 64.7%. I would say that's pretty astonishing. And you think that's it? Really? With the promise of more sanctions? Look, people, I hope you understand what's going on. I really do. And I think you do if you follow this blog. I've been telling all of you for years and years that this is a game. And the whole world is just a chessboard. And pieces are being moved around. And it's already been predestined. All right. What you and I are living in is a side effect as to things that have been put into motion a long time ago. Now, with regard to yesterday, I got an incredible amount of feedback off of the video that I did yesterday post-market, where I showed you the money supply. The Federal Reserve is going way out of its way to continue to balloon the money supply. And it's moving virtually in tandem with their balance sheet. And what are we hearing? Oh, yeah, we're going to fight inflation. Oh, yeah, we're going to raise rates. Look, raising rates, and you know this already, they just raised the federal funds rate a quarter of 1%, and they're going to do it again. This is not going to help at all. Not at all. All it's going to do is make your life harder, make borrowing costs much higher. But you all know this. Look, you are under attack. If you are a member of the middle class, I have warned about this for years. I've tried to tell you, you have a tattoo on your face in the shape of a target. The war is on you. Forget about a war in Russia, Ukraine, or anything else. The war is on you. You are directly under attack no matter where you live in the world. If you are a member of the middle class, you are being erased. You're being made extinct. You and your children are going away. And it's deliberate. So what are you going to do about it? Like I said yesterday, are you going to sit back and do nothing, or are you going to take action? I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can start getting together with people, like-minded people. You could start blogging about this stuff, making some noise. Or you can do nothing. From a financial standpoint, you need to be betting against this debt. It's maybe your only saving grace here is understanding that we are in a monster bubble, a global debt bubble, which is the greatest threat to human life, bar none. Forget about wars or anything else here. Because when that debt bubble bursts, we're going to face a resource problem, which is going to be biblical. So just be ready for that. Millions of people are going to die. You know, look up, if you get a minute, if you haven't already, look up global debt and the human bubble. Just put that into your search engine. Global debt and the human bubble. It's an article I wrote years ago explaining how this is playing out and how it would eventually end. And it's not going to be pretty. All right, people, look, so in summary here, real quick, we got stock futures lower, not by much, but the setup for the market is not bad today. Let's see how this plays out. Crude oil continuing to be bid higher here. Gold and silver getting bid higher. Crypto getting bid higher. Relative strength of the dollar about flat. And you know the story behind this, people. I explained this to you a million times. The Fed is deliberately going out of its way to dilute the purchasing power of the dollar. Central banks around the world are in a race to the bottom with regard to their currencies. We continue to get warning after warning after warning about much higher prices and food shortages. everything shortages moving forward here, and you can expect that to happen. And a big wake-up call. Yes, the United States and Russia are at war with each other right now, so I think you already know that. Crude oil prices skyrocketing. I mean, this is an incredible number. From February 2021, a 64.7% gain in import prices for crude. You're not going to hear this stuff. But anyway, look, don't believe me. Look it up for yourself. All right, look, I'm out of here. Very important stuff in this video. I want to hear from you. What do you think about this stuff that I covered this morning? I will read the comments as usual, and I'll see you at the end of the day. I'm out of here.